Hello, hello. Welcome to Relationship Hour. I'm Kenya Brown, and we're live at Sylk's at 21300 Libby Road. You still have time to come on over and get some great drink specials and something to eat. And we love having great conversation, hearing both sides of what you might think about a particular topic. And we're always talking about relationships and how to further relationships. And I got my homies with me tonight. My girl, celebrity makeup artist extraordinaire, you could tell by how beautiful she is, Miss Alishia Sparks Gullatt.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody. It's good energy in here today. Everybody looks so good.
Always, always. Listen, my people come ready to talk, ain't you, Keisha? That's my girl. All right. And Mr. Robert Johnson Jr., but you can just call him King, the line dance king. What's up?
What's up, Miss Kenya Brown? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday goes out to Marcy in the building real quick. Happy birthday, Marcy!
Happy birthday!
Y'all make some noise for the birthday girl in the building.
Whoop, whoop. Y'all see, he do this right. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get me to do one of those line dances, too. I got one of them. I'm going to get the other one, the Wakanda. Okay. Yes, and you can catch him on the Sam Sylk Show Mondays for Line Dance Mondays. And my brother from another, Mr. Big Rich Comedy, he just stepping on their necks in this comedy game.
What's happening?
So proud of you, so proud of you. All right, y'all, so we just gonna jump on into some questions. I know y'all got some juicy stuff for us to talk about because all the questions, if you don't know, come from our audience and we discuss them and we keep it real, all right? So we're gonna start off. How many chances are you willing to give an ex? Yeah. How many chances? You had your chance. At the beginning, you had your chance. And listen, for those of you who haven't been out to Relationship Hour, if you have something to say, we have this handy dandy mic right there so that you can be a star. You won't be on camera, but you can still talk to us. And also, you at home, if you have a question or a comment, you can leave it on our Facebook, and we'll try to get to that as well. But any of y'all want to hit that? How many chances?
Who want to go first? Oh, thank you. So, you know, I feel like this is a question that goes with experience over time, and each involvement, each entanglement is different.
Ooh, that word.
So, you know, for me, there's been relationships I've been in, and I think it only took me one relationship to go back twice, and I learned after that, you never look back, you always move forward.
Ain't that the truth? I feel like, listen, I gave you a shot at the beginning. I'm going to probably put my whole heart into it for as long as I can. Now, if you run out of my patience with you and your shenanigans, then you done did too much, and I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, don't call me back. Hey, big head, you probably blocked. That's just what it is.
Okay, let's go to the man side of town. Okay. I've been here, unfortunately, I've been here before, begging for second chances. Baby, I messed up. Take me back, please, please, please. But I'm going to go on record to say it depends on the situation, and it depends what the breakup was about. Because a lot of stuff, we live in days and times now that it ain't like old school with Big Mom and them. They hung it out and they stuck in there. People is leaving nowadays. Leaving. You give them one reason, they out. You don't flush the toilet, I'm out. That's a deal breaker. I can't do this no more. You know, if you have a discussion, you say something I don't like, I say something you don't like. You know what? I want a divorce. Divorce? Who do that? There's one thing I can tell y'all. It's a funny joke I tell people all the time. And people laugh at me all the time because I tell my friends all the time, until I'm 1,050% sure, I ain't marrying nobody. Because there's one way I'm going down the aisle, it's called Boys and Sons Funeral Home, when they push me.
You know what?
No, I said that to say this funny story, that they have a TV show called Divorce Court, and they've been on for 30 years, and they never run out of cases. That's all I can tell y'all. But I will go on record to say it depends on the situation. Some people break up for foolishness when they're really meant to be together, or people be like, well, you know what? It wasn't that bad. Or you know, the argument wasn't that bad, or the situation wasn't that bad, or the sex wasn't that bad, where I can't stay and work things out. So I go on record to say that a lot of people just need to hang in there, and it depends on the situation, how many chances you give your ex. It depends on the situation and what the circumstances are. Now, if he got a baby on the side, that's a whole different.
Right, that's what I was
That's
about
a whole
to say.
different animal.
What's the situation?
That's a whole different animal.
That's what I need to know. So
Yeah.
what's the situation that warrants never call back to you?
Well, I just gave you one of them.
Oh,
He
the,
did.
well, the
Yeah, the
baby.
baby, yeah.
But some people stay with the baby now. Let's be real. Let's be real.
So really, it's about the trust factor. It's like with the situations, how far are you willing to trust this person in
That
that
is true.
situation? I think it has a lot to do with that as well.
I agree with
respect
that. I think for me, I would say to anybody, a deal breaker, if a woman really want to know what's going on, man want to really want what's going on, give somebody your cell phone and give them the code, and you'll find out how strong your relationship really is. Seriously, you find out a really relationship. I gave my ex-friend, I did say ex, gave her my phone, check out what you want to. She said, who sent this breast picture? Who sent this naked picture?
Ooh.
I said, I didn't send it to myself, so that means somebody had to send it to me. But I trust you enough, and I think you're mature enough to see that somebody sent me this text. I didn't ask for it. You don't see me saying, send me a pic, send me this, send me that. It was sent to me. Let's deal with the situation. Let's move on.
Well, you the king, so I mean they
Well,
just
what happens like that, ain't it?
sending naked breath to the king. You be line dancing too good. That's what happened.
I've been around the block once or twice.
Right. They wanted to back it up for real. But, hey, to the left.
He got it. He got
Take it back now, y'all.
2 times.
Yeah.
3 times. Hot one time.
Yeah. You want to hit that?
No, I think they covered it.
All right. So if you see your loved one or someone you've been dating for a while out at an event or a club acting real wild, what's your first move? See you, Mike.
Come on to the
Come
mic.
to the
Wanna hear
mic.
you. We want to hear you.
The people on the TV want to hear you
What
too.
you about
Come
to
on.
do, girl?
Don't be
Come
scared.
on.
You ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Look,
she had a cute bob.
Look, she was looking at back
What
at
was
the
that?
monitor, like, let me make sure I ain't about to be on
Speak
here.
it.
Yes.
Cutting up. I'm gonna walk up behind him like, hey, if that's what you do, hey, babe, how you doing?
Oh, you gonna cut up together.
If we just riding, humping and going, I
It
ain't
is
gonna
what
say
it
nothing.
is.
It is what
it is. What it is.
If we're not in a
Ex.
relationship, an ex,
Yeah.
if I see my ex in the club
Yeah.
wilding out,
They
I ain't
wildin'.
gonna do nothing.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You
Y'all
moved
see
on.
this fool?
She said, y'all.
That's why you left in the
somebody-
first place.
Right.
I
somebody
agree.
get him.
I
that
agree
care.
with you though. If it was that type of situation, it was someone I was getting cozy with or someone that I did love. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Tap, tap, tap. How you doing? You good? You having a good time? And then, depending upon how they move, is how I'm gonna move after that.
Oh. So if they
Mic
like
drop.
don't acknowledge you or something like that, then you gonna act funny.
I'ma
style
act
too?
wild.
Okay.
I'ma act
All right,
wild.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Act like you know today.
All right. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You know, some people, I'm going to just comment
Go
on that.
ahead.
Some people, if they know you here, because it's happened to me before. So some stuff I'm going to tell y'all about some personal stories, because I got some stories to tell over the last. And I got some friends in the
Come on,
building that know I got some
King.
stories to
Come
tell.
on, we want
Let
to
me
know.
take off my jacket.
Okay,
Come on, let me
listen.
help
About
you.
to talk
Let me
about.
help you.
9 times out of 10, if your ex know you here in the building and they start wilding out, they wilding out for attention, and they wilding out because they still want you to pay attention to them, and they trying to
Facts.
show out. 9
Facts.
times out of 10, they're just trying to show out and get some attention.
Yeah.
Once you ignore them, they get mad and they'll cut it out. They'll cut out that foolishness once you ignore them. They'll cut it out.
I agree.
Somebody say cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
It's done. It's already done. Yes. All right, y'all. We're going to move on. So, if your significant other gave STD, would you break up with him? Now, come on, y'all. Somebody done stayed through that STD now. Come on. Y'all ain't got to tell. Come on.
Y'all,
You gonna stay?
we grown folks.
Which-
Tell the truth.
You going to stay?
Which STD is it? Which STD
Come on,
is it?
Keisha.
Let's be specific.
Come on, Keisha.
Kenya.
What you got to
No,
say?
she
about
Make
didn't
one
say
up.
which
What
STD
Which
is it.
STD we talking about?
Well, shoot, if it's herpes or something, you might as well
Nah,
stay
it's-
because
'Cause I mean,
y'all bonded
you're
forever.
You're stuck.
I think
Keep
herpes
passing
like
it back
marriage,
and
you ain't
forth.
breaking up after that. You just, we together now.
We together
Might
We
as
gonna
well.
break out together.
Facts. You understand, I understand, we
Don't
understand.
stress out now.
We are the
You don't
Valtrex
get that shit to
couple.
nobody else.
Wait,
Listen,
let her
They
talk.
have all kind of shit, okay? They got some shit you can take 3 pills for.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna stay with that nigga.
Okay.
You got some shit you can take 4 shots for. You gonna stay with that nigga.
Okay.
Then they
shots,
got the
girl?
big shit that
Four
they
shots.
can't fix.
Now, if I got to get a shot,
You gonna get
gone.
your ass.
Post
No.
shot.
we can move
It's
past
some
it.
bitches that stay
We
through
can
the
move
shots.
past it.
That's gonna be a
And the
different shot.
pills.
That's gonna be a shot with a gun, right?
Yeah.
That's a buckshot.
No,
But they-
she's saying
but
they'll
they-
stay.
But
Yeah.
really, they stay. But
Yeah.
then there's some big shit that you just cannot get rid of, and it just make you be like, okay, you got to die. son
You
of
got
a
to
bitch.
go.
You got to, yeah.
You got to go.
You
You
know
got
what
to
I'm
leave
saying?
Earth.
Understood.
That's just it.
Yeah.
So it depends on the disease, the STD, I believe. That's just what I believe.
Okay.
I think
That's a good
you
answer.
see, that's all the women saying that. All the men like, shit, I'm gone right then and there. You gave her 12 venereal diseases. She give you one, you leave.
Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Come to the. You look cute. Ooh, okay. Hey, girl.
Yes, I like that. No. You can.
Okay.
Yes, you look good, girl.
It's cute.
Okay, since we talking about all these women who will stay,
Yes.
I'm not staying
Tell
because that lets me know that you didn't care enough about me to protect yourself and go out here sleeping around without a condom. Now, it's one thing to cheat, but to get caught and you catch me with giving me a disease, I'm out. I'm
Gone.
exit stage left, flat out.
Okay.
No questions asked. You didn't care about you and you didn't care about me. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. Well said.
Wait.
Well said.
In the man's defense, what if he had got drunk and somebody raped him?
You would come on something like that.
He got raped.
I'm with you. That shit happened.
That sound like the
All right.
teacher who had the OnlyFans page,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Well, I wasn't making enough money, so
Yeah.
I had to go have sex in the classroom."
Okay.
Some stuff just don't work. It
Put
don't
pop.
work. It doesn't work.
What you got to say?
You ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe, huh?
I've
Not
told
at
this
all.
story before, and it's never been believed, but I was at a party one night, and I swear for God, had 3 white men. This woman drugged me. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you what happened from between 10 p.m. until 11 a.m. the next day. And I called my wife on the phone. I was married at the time.
His wife.
And I said, honey, listen, you're not going to believe this. But I'm going to tell you anyway. I said, somebody slipped something in my drink. And all I know is when I woke up, I was laying in the middle of the floor. I had all my clothes on.
Oh.
I was very clean. I was very clean. So they washed me up and everything.
Oh,
I swear, nobody ever believed this story, but I'm telling you,
she
this
had a
happened to me.
washcloth, honey.
So this is a personal experience.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So it's when they talk about putting Mickeys in people's drinks and stuff like that,
That's real.
they get hit for.
Was your throat or your butthole sore? Is just what I
Right.
need to. I think
Was anything
I'm speaking for
extra
everybody in the
sore?
room. We
Questions
want to
and the
know.
answer. Okay.
You just left too many. Did you wake up and you need a lozenge?
Yeah,
That's
need
what I
more-
want to
I need
know.
more details.
Did you
I
feel
know
like
who
you
it
had
was.
a
I know it was.
suppository?
May she rest
Like
in
my
peace.
throat.
I know it was.
My
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes, this funny story, but I'm telling the truth.
He is dead
And
serious.
I got a friend of mine in here. I ain't gonna call her out right now, but she known me for well over 30 years, and she know I ain't lying. So I've been doing line dance for 32 years, and over the 32-year time period, I'm just
Wow.
giving you 100.
You gotta be
You'll
careful.
meet some people that are stalkers, fan club members, and if somebody really got their eyes set on you, as long as they get an opportunity, get a chance, they're gonna try to take the opportunity.
That's true.
And I went to her birthday party, so it's my fault. I knew the woman liked me, big girl too, about 300 and some change.
She
Wait a
was
minute.
about to get
that's
So
you.
what
luckily I was able to breathe when it was over
Okay.
with.
She
Maybe
was
I
about
heard
to
the
get
story
you.
wrong. I thought you said 3 white dudes.
No.
Did anybody else say that? Or was that
he
just
started
me?
the story.
No, he swore
He
on them.
swore it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No.
It
That's
wasn't
it.
3 white men.
That would have
Next-
been a different story.
Next question,
altogether.
please.
Okay.
I'm sweating up here. Next question, please. Next question.
All I heard was 3 white guys. I woke up on the floor clean.
Oh, that's why you were
That's why I
wondering
asked about
whether
his throat
I get it.
and his buttholes.
Okay. So no, it was a stalker woman, y'all. It was a stalker.
Negro, you lied.
Questions that need answers.
Nobody believe me.
Listen,
Nobody believe me.
Richard, like I need to
True story.
understand right now.
Okay, I get it.
I needed more facts.
That was a good story, though.
All right, y'all. All right, we gonna move on. All right.
Okay.
True story.
So, does a woman's size matter to men in public, in the bedroom?
Either or, in public or in the bedroom.
A woman. So you like a big old woman? You want somebody tall,
You want some
towering over
cushion?
you? Can she be tall?
Fluff. He said fluff, y'all.
What?
He said
A
fluff.
woman's size?
Oh, does a woman's size
Woman's
matter to
size.
men? Oh, okay. So their size, like their size.
Their size.
Oh,
There's size.
I thought it was the size of something else.
Like their shape.
Vagina size.
Come on, what?
Go
Wait
to
a
the
minute.
mic. Go to the
on
mic.
to the mic.
Go to the
All
mic.
right. Well, he said, "Why would you mess with her?"
Man,
if-
throw that damn
if,
question in the trash. That's a trash ass question.
This is a safe space, y'all.
This is a safe space.
I judge.
Y'all can ask. Y'all can ask whatever
dumbass
y'all
question.
want to. You ask whatever you want.
Somebody might have really needed the answer to that, though.
Yeah, let's-
Yes,
somebody
I mean-
answer that.
A woman might have wrote
They
that.
may be insecure.
Yeah, they might.
Yes.
They might want to.
She's
really
a woman.
know.
A woman is always
on,
desirable.
boo.
I don't
Come
care
on
how
up
big
to-
a woman is.
Okay.
It's a man out there. I don't care if you 500 pounds.
That's a fact.
For real. I got my brother-in-law. I was like, yeah, man. I like him like from about 180 to 230, something like that, right? And he say 230. You like skinny bitches, huh? I was like, oh. He said she got to start at 250 to be with me. That's his whole thing. He like big girls. So when you said size, I'm like, and I ain't mean it like that. I'm not calling women bees, but you know what I'm saying. It's a silly question because women. But
Wait.
if somebody feeling insecure,
Can Kenya read it one more time? The audience requests
Okay.
she read it
I'm
one
gonna
more
read
time.
it one more time.
Okay.
Does a woman's size matter to men in public or in the bedroom? I mean, if you was with him, if you
Oh, he
with
came
him,
to the mic.
If
Oh, he
you
came
knocked
to
them
the
off,
mic.
right?
Okay.
Okay, come
Get
on.
peace.
Come on. You
First
better
of all,
call
The way that this
time.
question, first of all, the way that this question is written, it sounds childish as fuck.
No judgment.
I mean, I'm serious.
no judgment zone. I do the judging around here.
Safe space.
Pray for me.
We don't have.
So, this is this. Like, men like what they like. Like,
Yes.
when it come to men. So, it's not a certain size, but maybe the way you carry yourself.
Ah,
You know,
that's right.
thank you. Hold your applause to the end, please. I got more to say.
I like where you're going, though. I like where you're going. Keep going.
So me, I like a bigger woman, right?
Yeah.
But I like a bigger, shapely woman. So you could be a big girl, and you don't have to have the best shape, but you have to care about yourself enough to work on yourself if you're just gonna be a big girl too. So a lot of this has something to do with the confidence level. You know, I mean, a small female, even if she's small, I mean, you just don't want her flabby, maybe soft, but maybe she got to do a little toning too. I mean, I'm a big guy. You might not want just a fat, flubbery guy. I mean, I don't know. It's just
I respect that.
men like what they like, and women
Facts.
like what they like. There's no direct answer to that.
It's all in the mind.
Yes.
And I can definitely agree with you because I have a cousin she's probably about 350 pounds, and you can't tell her shit.
That's right.
And she is fine.
Yes.
But what do?
Correct.
But
It could go either way. Yeah.
But Kenya, you said something about public and private. That's what I think's throwing me off.
Where
on that
the
question.
difference?
I don't understand.
Well,
I mean,
okay, so some men will have what they like, and they'll keep them in the bedroom,
oh, you think
but
that's
they
what they
might
mean?
not take them out in public.
Oh, you think that's what the question meant?
Now that
Oh.
makes sense.
That's a whole different spin on that
It
question,
is.
baby.
Damn.
That's a whole
Right.
different spin.
Okay,
Right. You
That's-
creeping through, you calling.
that's an
boo at the
amazing
club.
question. Now,
You got
Yes.
the girl you're bringing to
That's
Thanksgiving
control.
dinner and the girl you're keeping at home. Okay.
That's control. That's control. That's because if he want her in the house and he don't want nobody to see her, he want to just keep her to
To
herself.
To himself, yeah.
That's it.
Because he know he got something good.
Men,
Yeah.
we are visual. Whatever we like, we're going to go get.
Facts.
But you know what?
It's that
I feel that some people let society rule what they will claim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might not be what they it might be what they like,
Yeah.
but it might not be what they claim because they're trying to impress their homies. It might not be their homies type.
Is this junior
And-
high though? I mean, come on, we grown men. I'm not dating
Listen.
somebody for somebody else. I'm
You
dating
would
that
be
person
surprised.
for
You
me.
would
But see,
be
this is why
surprised.
people
You
end
would
up
be
lonely.
surprised.
This is why people end up lonely, both men and women. Wait,
And why
let's
everybody's
forget
single.
size.
Yeah.
Don't date somebody because your friends approve or that
Right.
person approve. You better approve of that person.
Yes.
That's why so many people have let good people go because they trying to impress their friends.
Mm-hmm. You better speak.
It depends on their purpose for dating too.
Yeah.
But just piggybacking off of what Jason said, that can also be insecurity. You know, like why would you want a good-looking woman to stay at home? I want you to go everywhere, hell, with me, without me. Be outside.
Facts.
Be outside. I'm confident enough you be back.
Amen. Hello. Love your woman right. She gonna come
But
back.
I'm gonna piggyback on something that Kenya said. Society has put so much pressure on people that it's really drove everybody crazy. Everybody think you got to have big chest, a big booty, and you got to be on TikTok.
Man.
You got to drop it like it's hot. I've never seen a time that we live in right now where it's been so much pressure, not just on men, but on women too as well. You know,
Yes.
we got all these, we all grown people here.
Yeah.
But we got all these dick commercials for men now, how to make
Yeah.
it bigger, how to keep it longer, how to
Yeah.
make it stronger. And one of my sayings, I tell people all the time, we're going to make love real hard for 20 minutes and we're going to go to sleep. That's what we're going to do. I ain't trying to
Okay.
kill you,
Okay, Richard
and
Pryor.
you're not going to kill me. But I'm saying society's put so much pressure that everybody want to be Barbie doll. Everybody want to be a Barbie doll. Everybody want to be small.
Yes.
And y'all listen, y'all. This is a 100% question right here. Y'all know, because some of y'all old enough to be able to make this decision I'm getting ready to say. Back in the day when we were growing up in Generation X or whatever you want to call us, a lot of larger women always covered themselves up or wore larger clothes.
Correct.
Now we live in a day and time, they wake up at night, they might wear a 12, but during the daytime, baby, they wear an 8.
Yep.
And they're going to slide in and slip in and whatever. I have never seen a time in my life, and this is nothing negative to say, I have never seen a time, I'm 55 years old, I have never seen a time in my life when I've seen so many confident, curvy big women in my life.
I agree.
What is
Yes.
for real? Keep
I
it 100,
agree.
y'all. Never in my life.
Yep.
I always seen the big girls wear big stuff
Yep.
or covered everything up
Yep.
or thing like that. We live in a society now where everybody know and think they look good. I don't care what you say.
You know why?
I wore a 16 last week.
You know why?
But I wear 8 today, baby, and I'm squeezing all this into
Up
my
in
8.
here. You know why? I think it's because it definitely has a show for the day and age we live in. And I feel like because most corporations know they'll get canceled if they don't include the plus size community. So now it's about making them feel like they're a part and not left out. And they are embracing it, and I love to see it.
Yes. I mean, you got to be confident in yourself at the end of the day because whatever you think is the flaw in you, somebody else is thinking it's a strength and vice versa. So you looking at the skinny girl and she looking like, dang, I wish I had some more booty.
Yep.
But, you know, and vice versa. So, you know, it's all a mind trick, y'all. Now, do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah.
Do you believe? Do you believe? Do y'all believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You believe in one? Do you believe there's only one? You have more than one.
Yeah, it's 8 billion people on the planet, right?
Okay.
You gotta have more than one.
Is it about imprinting?
Well,
You
I
know what an
don't
imprint
know.
is? The imprint on the soul. When you're dealing with somebody and you really, really connect with them, you imprint on their soul. And it's something that stays with them forever. That's a real thing. So
what is-
sometimes
okay.
it might not necessarily be about being a soulmate. That person might have just left an imprint that stays with you forever.
Hey.
Did y'all know that?
That
What they
was
have
deep.
to do?
I was
Look,
sitting
what
there
they
like,
have to
that's
do for
deep
that
right there.
imprint? I want to know what the imprint had to be.
She's saying people pressing vinyl records on your soul is what she just said.
Listen, did the imprint have something to do with some Timberland boots or
It
something?
might
I
have.
don't
It
know.
might have.
I just wonder.
Just a little bit.
No, this is a different,
different
question.
question.
Do you believe in soulmates? Do you believe in soulmates? Do you believe That
Do y'all
there's
believe
one?
in soulmates?
Do you
Yeah.
believe you have more than one?
I like how
I
you
believe
did
that.
Their
that.
children,
I think you have
okay?
more than one.
Somebody said their children are their soulmates.
Walk, girl. Get to the mic. Come
You
to the
know
mic.
we need you at this mic,
Come to
girl.
the mic. Because I can't hear you.
We need to just switch your table, girl.
Come sit up here.
She like, I got an opinion.
So I think
I love it.
your soulmate
Yes.
is your helpmate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
you're destined to be with this person, and you find them in your time or in their time. So I don't think you meet people by chance. I just feel like you have to work towards being somebody's soulmate, because you don't just, oh, I fell here, oh, I bumped into him on the sidewalk. Hey, you're my soulmate. No, you have to work towards it. And if you match, then
It works.
that's your soulmate. If not, then hey, that's just somebody you done bumped into, and go ahead on and take your
Look,
exit.
she said bump. Hey, little bump. I feel you, girl.
That's not necessarily true, because you can be spiritually connected to somebody and that person can be your soulmate.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking.
She like,
Keep
I'm gonna just drop the
talking.
mic right here. I'm
Keep
gonna drop that
going.
gem.
You don't say that and then walk away. Come on.
Is this male, female? Is this
It
friendships
can be male,
or?
it can be friendships, it can be whatever. It
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to be a man and a woman getting together. It can be whatever. You can be spiritually connected,
Yeah.
and that's your soulmate. And it could be a stranger. You never know. That's all.
So
Okay.
can you have same sex soulmates, like your friend, like
Like
you
your
would
best
just-
friend?
Yes.
Mhm. Well,
You
I know
believe
for
that?
sure me and my best friend are we're definitely we are on the same page at all times. Like, even if she's feeling low or if I'm feeling low, she knows it. I don't even have to see her for 2 or 3 days. She knows it. Like, we're just on the same wavelength. So for sure, I mean, intermingling and being connected with a soul is a soul. It doesn't have to be a man or a woman. It doesn't have to be romantic. And I feel like, I mean, and I'm going to say it because I'm a spiritual person, but I really feel like that's how God created it to be. And that's how you create your tribe. And that's how you create the loved ones that you have your back and that you know are genuine or you can trust in and believe in at all times. So, yes, I do agree with you on that, because it doesn't have to be always romantic.
And then your soulmate just walked in
He
the door.
did, didn't he? Right on
Look at that.
time.
Okay. All right.
Perfect combination.
Now, now,
No, because then he going to have access to the mic all night.
we need him to have access to the mic. Listen. Okay, so I don't know if I necessarily believed in soulmates until I met mine, and it was just it was just so different. It was electric. It was intangible. It wasn't anything based on a conversation. It wasn't based on what he did, where he came from. None of that. Like, he probably wasn't even a person that I would have initially, been like, okay, yeah, that's good work. But when we met, it was so different that I couldn't separate from it. It was just a different thing. So, yes, I believe in soulmates. I never seen it before in my life.
Yeah. And that's why y'all together today.
Listen,
was
25
beautiful.
years.
I love it.
25 years. All right.
How long?
25 years.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Y'all give her some love for 25 years.
Yeah.
Some people don't be together 25 minutes, so 25 years is a long time, man.
It's a long
fact.
time.
I don't know. That sounds like a prison sentence to me. I don't know.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Maybe it's me.
25 piece. I did a
It's not
25 piece.
when you're with your soulmate.
I did a
Yes.
bit for 25 years.
You get a bunkmate in prison, so I'm just saying.
What's the next question? girl?
All right. So, what was the best lesson you learned from your most painful breakup?
Ooh, that's a good
We
one.
all got some lessons, don't we?
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Your most painful breakup.
That just because you close a car door don't mean a bullet can't come through it. That was the most painful lesson I learned.
That was the most painful thing.
Bullets still go through car doors is all I'm saying, people.
Wow.
Okay.
What you
Anybody
think?
else?
Look, she like
Wow.
not to do it ever again.
Wow.
I think people, even the bad relationships, they teach you something. I mean, something that you were supposed to learn. And if you don't learn it, then you'll just repeat it in the next relationship. You gonna redo it.
I got to answer. Okay, so again, I'm a spiritual person. And I feel like what the young lady back there said before, like you don't bump into people by accident and you're supposed to learn something from every encounter, right? So what I learned from the most painful breakup or encounter that I had was I wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. And I knew that because I felt God's hand not in my life while I was with that person.
Wow.
And I learned that maybe like a year after I got out of that situation and my life started to build back up and things started to flow and the blessings started to fall down again. And I was like, wow, I didn't have none of this when I was with him.
I was carrying this all this time.
The whole time. So that was probably the biggest lesson that I learned from that painful relationship was if you know you're not supposed to be there and then God try to tell you ain't supposed to be there, you still stay there, he'll remove his hand from you. And that's a scary place to be.
Scary place to be.
Yeah.
I want to piggyback off of that if I can. I actually, let me say, I'm going to say it like this. I actually was in a relationship that I knew about for 6 years that I knew it was not the future that I was looking forward to. So sometimes when you get involved in a relationship, the most painful lesson I learned out of a relationship was that sometimes you have to separate your personal from your business. And a lot of times we live in a society now where everybody, they want to see your boo, everybody on Facebook, everybody on TikTok, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Twitter. All relationships are not made to be public. It might sound kind of crazy, it might seem, because I know the brother said earlier that sometimes people might want to have control and keep you in the house. But what I've learned from that situation was everybody guess, even with line dance right now, for a lot of my friends, they're like, who he dating? Girl, who is he going out with? Ain't none of your business. Yeah. And that's just for me personally. It doesn't mean it works for everybody. But I see so many people be on Facebook all booed up. They all in pictures. They all dialed up. This my man, this my boo. The next month, somebody else is the flavor of the month.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so, for
Now
me.
you look crazy.
Like, quit
Right.
announcing it.
For
just,
me,
just don't tell us no
I
more.
think that should be embarrassing for that
Yeah.
person. Unless you absolutely for sure, unless it leads into marriage material.
Yes.
Don't be all posted up. Oh, this my boo. This we at the club. We at the Ruben Studdard concert. We at Mary J. Blige's concert. Then y'all broke up 2 weeks later, 2 months later. But you got all these pictures on Facebook.
Right.
And then the worst thing that'll happen to y'all, this for everybody. Once you post all that stuff, you know how every year Facebook come back and they'll bring your memory to you.
memories.
And now you looking at the memory, you like, oh,
Be like,
why they got to bring me that?
Man. Yeah.
Can't
right.
delete it fast enough.
Be
right.
careful about making your relationships viable and personable and making your relationships Facebook orientated.
Yeah.
That's in some situations, and not
I got
all,
a question. I
that's
got
not
a
good.
question for you, though.
What's your question?
So, what if you meet a fantastic lady, y'all getting along, y'all, doing good in the bedroom, everything is great, but she's like, you know what, I feel like you're not proud of me.
Ooh.
You're not posting me on your social media, you're doing this, you're all over town. We even went to that event together,
Can I
and you
respond
still
for
didn't
you?
post me.
Can I respond to this? I got a good
Uh-huh.
answer. I
Come on.
promise I'm gonna make you proud.
Come on.
Okay, so, and this is speaking from experience. That person has to understand the level of professionalism that comes with your occupation. So, you being who you are and you being in the arena that you're in, you have to, it's part of your job to be attractive. So at the end of the day, number one, it's not necessarily a good look for you to have somebody on your shoulder unless you're married to them, because you have to be attractive to everybody that's in the room, or the women who are mostly the ones that like to learn how to line dance. So at the end of the day, she has to understand, like, yeah, you got a hot commodity, but you have to understand your position and your role while we're trying to get somewhere together. And I want to protect you from all of the BS that could come in from my occupation that I can't control. So at the end of the day, you can't be here if you don't understand what your role is and how this works until we get to a place where we are on solid ground and we're working on something more long term.
So,
very proud of
okay,
Was
go
that-
ahead.
was
go
that
ahead.
okay?
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, okay,
I
thank
did.
you.
But it goes back to what you just said a few minutes ago. It's about communication. If you explain to your mate what kind of relationship you're looking for, what we need to do in these days and times we're living is be honest to people. Listen, this is the way it is. Either you're going to deal with it or you ain't going to deal with it. And I explained to the situation that I was dating. I said, listen, this is how we eat. When I come here and I shake and bake and do a split on the floor or hug everybody or do the Richard Dawson from Family Feud, this is what it does. This put foods on our table. When you go in the driveway and you decide which car you want to drive because it matches your dress or your shoes or whatever, this is how we eat. So you have to understand you got to take the good with the bad. Now, if you don't want to take it, I understand. God bless you and keep moving. But I'll be doing this until God says it's time to sit down or it's time to go throw in the towel. James Brown and them had to retire sometime too. But I did, knee surgery. How about that? But yeah, just be honest with your individuals. We live in a time period, everybody has open dialogue. Like we have an open dialogue tonight. Be honest to your situationship. Be honest to your relationship. Be honest to yourself. If you don't like something, say, you know what? I love you, but I don't like this.
That's right.
Just like she was saying earlier. And just to touch on this, she's right. My friend said to me, well, how come you don't put me on Facebook? You put everybody else on Facebook. I see pictures with you and everybody else on Facebook. You all booed up. Everybody want to take a picture with the Line Dance King. How come I ain't on Facebook? Listen, baby. This is our relationship over here. This is my job over here. You work at Metro Hospital. Do you see me coming on the Metro every day trying to be up on your job? Whoever talk to you, whoever smile in your face, whoever say you're cute, you're a pretty nurse, I don't say a word. But you have to understand something. This is how I eat. This is how we eat. So you can come here. She can walk in the door right now anytime she want to. Come on in here. Check on me, see what's going on. I act the same. You've known me for 30 years. I've never changed. I'll say hi to the 99-pound. I say hello. Hey, baby, how you doing, beautiful? To the 399-pound. Because that's what my gift is, and that's where I'm at. And God has been good to me. It's hard being young. Yeah. But it's just truth, though. Just be honest to yourself. Be honest to your relationship. Be honest to your situationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, say, you know what? I just want to date. I just want to kick it. I just want to have fun. You'd be surprised how many women, to be honest, you say, look, I ain't looking for nothing, honey. Look, I just want to kick it with you. I ain't looking for no relationship. I ain't trying to be booed up. I had one girl tell me before, listen, I'm going to be your travel girlfriend. Whenever you want to go out of town,
okay.
You call me. When you want to go to Vegas, you want to go to them cruises, I'm that girl. But we in Cleveland, you go and do your thing. You'd be surprised how so many people be honest to y'all and tell you the truth of what they wanted, how they want to get out, and how they wanted to go.
Flued out, huh?
Okay.
She wanted to get flued out. I ain't mad at that. But you know what? I feel like he just gave us the equivalent of, you know how guys, they like, I'm just trying to do what's best for us, girl. That's what he just did. All right. So how do you make yourself feel heard or supported when your spouse don't listen? That's a rough one. They don't never listen, do they?
You want me to take this?
Yes. How you doing?
So I would have to say this goes to knowing your partner's love language. If you understand your partner's love language, then you understand how they operate. So for instance, if my husband goes out of town and he comes back home, he's going to come home to a fresh, clean sheet bed. I'm going to put up his suitcase. I'm going to make his favorite dinner. And I'm going to make him feel welcomed and back home. But it's not because that's his love language. That's mine. And so I'm giving you what I feel is my way of showing you that I love you because that's my love language. So if you know your partner's love language, then you know how to understand, like, oh, they throwing that out there. They need a little help. They need a little assistance. Let me go and pick up the piece.
So, okay, even though that's your love language, does it matter to you if he doesn't return it in the same way?
For me, it used to bother me, but no, it doesn't, because I understand that's not his love language, and he does not read mine. So if I don't inform him, like, hey, this is my love language, then he doesn't know, and that's not his fault, because he's not a mind reader.
You know, that's a big thing, because a lot of us have different things that we'll do for somebody else because that's what makes us feel good.
Correct.
But then when they don't return it in the same way, then we pouting and we like, all right, you don't dig me like you said you dig me. And I just did all this. I ran your bath. I cleaned your toes.
Yes, the toes, girl, the toes.
Listen, Well,
What'd you say?
he like, let me bring it
come
back.
to-
Let me bring it
Could
back.
you read that one more
Read it
again?
How do you make yourself feel heard or supported when your spouse don't listen? So what you gonna do?
Come to
What
me.
you gonna do?
There you
What's your
go.
advice?
Maybe I'm interpreting the question different.
What?
I think if my partner's not listening to me, I think we got bigger problems than our love language. No disrespect.
No, I get it.
I think we got a bigger problem than just the differences in our love language. There's a respect boundary that's missing, because regardless of what's going on, listening goes just as, you listen just as much as you talk when it comes to communication. And it's just a respect issue, I think. So a lot of times throughout, especially relationships that got time involved, people tend to start to take each other for granted.
That's a fact.
And once you start taking each other for granted, the longer it goes on, you actually start to lose a certain amount of respect for this person. And that's when the cutting off and the over talking or not listening comes into play. You didn't do it in the beginning, because you wouldn't be where you're at.
Okay, so say it went off track. It went off track. How you get it back? Because if it ever was, can you get it back?
So situations are situational. It depends. It's a lot of things, variables. How long y'all been together? What problems do you have? What you bringing to the table? What you lacking? It's a lot of things that's involved in making that decision, in my opinion.
Well, see, I think that, women look at things one way and men might look at things a different way. So your man might think, she might be doing all these wonderful things, but he like, listen, I just want to sit down, thank you. But
you communicate that. You just talk.
I know, but his love language might be, listen, I just been busting my butt out here. I've been in the snow. I've been working, bringing a paycheck home. That's my love language, the paycheck.
Communicate it. Talk.
But she needs more. She needs more.
If she need more than me talking, she need a whole nother person. I can't.
I'll show you.
I can't communicate.
I've done all I can.
He like, I ain't even gonna try.
I'm out of here.
Dang.
I think what a lot of people don't really understand is it's a difference between listening and hearing. All right, for instance, like when me and my wife first got together, she was trying to make me dinner every day at 5 o'clock. I stay out to 6 sometimes. Then she'd be like, well, I gotta cook. I say, you don't have to do that. If you want to make me dinner, make it dinner. I can warm it up in the microwave. I don't have to have a hot meal. I can warm myself food up. If you make it, just go ahead and make it. You don't have to wait on me. So that's the thing. You have to listen.
Okay.
That's a very good point.
I'm with that.
Good point. Y'all showing some love.
sharing.
That's a good point right
Yeah,
there.
that was a very good point.
I was just going to say, as it relates to that too, if the other person's just not hearing you, maybe you aren't saying what you think you're saying. A lot of times I think that people do things passive aggressively. And sometimes, like you said, I remember a few weeks ago you said I'm not a mind reader, but people want you to read their minds. Sometimes men, we can't take a subtle hint. We can't take obvious hints. Sometimes you have to just be blood raw, as my man Freddie would say. You got to be blood raw and just tell me. And the best way to apologize to somebody is change behavior. If I know I'm doing something that's hurting you and I didn't know it was hurting you and you tell me it was, I'll make a concerted effort to change that, because I love you and I want you to be comfortable in our home. And I think that's just it, That's just about being an adult, though.
You would hope, yes.
Yeah, you would hope.
Yes. All right, now that was very loving and touching, but this question is a little ignorant, y'all. I didn't write it. All right. My man is upset because I have no idea how to suck.
The genital part.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that.
You don't know how to do that thing.
So wait.
That's a grown folks conversation right there.
So
That's
this
a
is a
whole grown
statement.
folks conversation.
My man is upset. So is it, what do I do?
I mean,
Are we looking for a resolution?
Get
She
a
want to
banana
know
and
how to
practice,
do
baby.
it.
Get
I
a
don't know.
banana and
Maybe she will.
practice,
Come on.
Come to the mic.
Come on, sis.
Come to the mic.
She needs
It
some
sounds
help.
like that's that woman problem. She wouldn't come into the mic.
She
gotta school
needs
for
some.
that.
She needs some fellatio help.
Listen,
Yes.
Tell them.
Come
all
on.
you
sis.
got to do is Google that.
Hello.
Okay, that's all you got to do. They
Hello.
got pictures, they got videos,
Hello.
they got classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you want to know how to do that,
You'll go find it.
you will learn how to do it.
Hello.
So,
That's right.
And your man is more than willing to be your test subject.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. Come to the mic.
There-
Come to the
There's
mic.
Pornhub.
That's a fact.
Or he can just teach you.
Yes.
Well,
You can
what
teach
you
it.
gonna-
You know what you
Like you
want.
need to go all the way
okay,
down
yeah,
to
you gotta-
your throat.
You know what
Yeah.
you want.
Gotta
Step
elaborate.
one.
Tell him to move the
Till you
teeth out the
almost
way.
choke.
Two. Step three.
Too much teeth, honey. Too much teeth.
Step four.
Too much teeth. Too
Robert,
much teeth.
tell him to move the
And a
teeth.
possible
Spit on
step
it.
five.
More tongue. More
Yes.
tongue,
Yes.
less teeth.
Yes.
More tongue,
Yes.
less teeth.
Now
No
wait,
teeth,
Now
no
wait,
teeth,
Now
no
wait, y'all.
teeth.
Wait. I got a question.
Wait.
So what if she was raised, right? And she just psychologically is fucked up. And she
Yeah.
just like, I can't. I can't.
Communicate.
Look at that thing.
That's a fact. But I know some people that psychologically cannot get past that. I know some
No, that's a fact.
I'm not saying it's me. But am I in a, are they? No.
You said no,
First
they-
of all, how old is she?
There you go.
Grown? Teen?
we don't know. We don't know, sis. We don't
How
know.
old is
sis.
she?
Well, everybody in here grown.
It's anonymous.
Husband?
It's anonymous.
Okay, okay, quick. I'm quick.
You got
Learning
some
how
tips. You
is
got
just
some
as easy
skills.
as rapping on this mic.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Come back to the mic, please.
She almost dropped
Please
the
come
mic.
back to the mic.
I don't know if it's as easy as rapping on that mic.
Practice on the mic. I ain't gonna do it, but
Banana?
A banana? I
Egg-
don't know. Does that
eggplant?
work?
a banana,
Eggplant.
a sucker, a
sucker?
popsicle.
Yeah.
Just let
Popsicle.
Her thumb, right? Because she used her
mind
thumb.
be
Ice
free.
cream
Practice.
cone?
I don't know. That might be good.
I'm thinking. Cucumber?
Hey, I was gonna leave it. I was up here with Rich. We was like, we ain't gonna comment
ain't
on
gonna
that. We
touch
ain't
it,
got
huh?
it. We
All
gonna
right, that's fair.
we gonna leave that alone. But
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
say this. I can
That's
say
fair.
this. Let's keep it 100. We all grown people in here.
We
Come on, say it.
For me, I can't speak for nobody else. Yes.
Yeah, no
That's it.
teeth.
You
Let's hear from
if
a
you
man
willing-
then. Let's hear from a man since it's
on.
him that wanted.
If you're ready, willing, and able to be patient with the woman, then yes, I think that could be something you can teach her yourself. But sometimes, for me, that's a deal breaker. I want Hennessy head. That's what I want. I want Cavassier head. That's what I'm looking for. It's a deal breaker for me. That's just for me. I can't speak for nobody else.
For y'all looking around confused what he
what
means.
it
Hey,
is.
hey, but look.
But every man is not like that. So
It go both ways, though, ladies.
I get it.
If you want somebody down there in that area and you want somebody to take care of you, and then most men want to reciprocate, you'd be surprised how some men don't even like that. For real. Don't make them. They need that.
Hey, and he walks out with a
You say
cucumber,
cucumber,
people.
huh?
He walks out with a cucumber.
That's the practice. That's how you
Thank you,
practice.
sir. Thank you, sir. Cucumber. Hey, listen.
You
Though,
better
let's
not,
go.
you
Let's
better
go
not show
here.
up in the bedroom with
It's a
no cucumber.
word.
Since y'all asked that question, let's go here.
Okay.
All right.
Let's turn it on. Let's put it on the flip side.
Uh-huh.
How many women in here would be a deal breaker for you if you had a husband, boyfriend, or situationship that did not please you orally on a sexual level?
Oh.
Yeah. You gotta test the
Okay.
water.
You gotta get a little trial.
You gotta go
Look-
test.
Flip that question. Let's see how many answers we get on that. Flip that question. Let's take it from the head to the vagina and see how many answers we get on that particular question. How many of y'all leaving?
How'd they get married?
How many of y'all
How'd they
leaving?
get married?
He
Yeah.
loved her. He
Was this an arranged marriage is what I want to know? Like,
Yeah.
Come, Keisha.
Go to the mic. Okay.
no, they can't hear you online, though.
It's the coin.
Oh, she done turned it all the
It's
way.
the
She done
coin.
went all the way to the salad
I
tossing
understand.
now.
We were
Okay.
talking about the other
She done,
areas.
She said, well.
we done went all the way to the
Next
salad.
question.
We
Next
done
question.
Next
tossed it.
question.
Next question.
Next question.
People, I mean, listen. So what we learned,
Everybody
y'all.
like that.
She getting cheated
Let's
on.
see.
If that's what y'all want to know, that's what's happening.
Let's team.
Everybody.
He gonna find somebody who can do it. That's
That's
what
a
I.
fact. That's a fact.
He about to find
That's a
somebody who
fact.
can do it. So.
That's a fact. There you go.
I think she must have been lactose intolerant. So
I'm gonna go on record to say
Maybe she
everybody's
got nut
different.
allergies.
Everybody
she got
have
a
their
bad
own-
gag reflex. I don't
Not to
know.
nut, yeah.
Everybody have their own special skills,
You know.
special set of skills.
Look, all y'all saying is, did this man probably come in here, pull his pants down? He got a tree trunk under there. Yeah, I'm like,
I'd be like,
I see why she was having issues with that.
Like,
I got lockjaw, swollen wrist.
She said, "What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this?"
Okay, so we established you need some tongue.
Yeah.
No teeth.
She gotta go study.
Some spit. Get some spit.
She gotta study.
I don't know.
She gotta go study.
Porn.
She ever heard of a porn
Pornhub.
movie? She could get a porn movie.
Suck a lollipop.
But wait
Lollipop
a
ain't the same
second.
thing.
Wait a minute.
Go for what you know.
We can't even really say that. No, it really has to go back to the man has to teach her, because she might go and figure it out and study some things, because I know me, I would have been like, okay, let me figure this out. But I go and I look and I study,
That ain't what
and
I
what I
Google.
might study might not be what he likes. So
Ah.
at the end of the day, it's about having that communication with your partner, and the partner's telling you, like, this is what I desire and this is how I like it.
That's right. Yeah,
There you go.
You better.
You gotta know. Yep. You
Yes.
gotta have some foundation. We need some foundation.
Yes.
Okay, what's the next question?
See, they having their own side
They are.
conversation.
Okay,
they ain't
listen.
even
Put the
letting
mic
us
in the
in.
convo.
They ain't let us in.
Listen, let's go here. It ain't for everybody. And I'm gonna tell you something. As a man, I can share this with y'all personally. Men know if a woman wants to do it because you want her to do it, or if she enjoy doing it, or if she really wants to please you. And there's a difference between a woman that's doing it just out of force or out of nature. And one thing that I do know, brothers, and I share with all my men in the building, if she's got her hair done, do not touch her hair. Just let her do what she's gonna do and keep the party going. If it's something that you do like, share it with her. If something you don't like, share it with her. If she gumming you and you can feel her teeth and you know what's cutting you, leave her. Look, baby, take the teeth off. More tongue, less teeth. At the end of the day, it comes
Think
down to an
gums.
individual person, and it has to be something you enjoy doing to your mate
Facts.
or your husband or your situationship. You have to enjoy doing it.
Right.
And I'm gonna go here on a whole nother freaky level that you'd be surprised. Some women can get off and have an orgasm by giving a man head because she wants to please him just that much.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
able to have an orgasm herself
Yep.
by pleasing her mate.
Yep.
And vice
Yes.
versa.
Yes.
Some men can have an orgasm by giving you head, and they get so excited in the action of the motion that's transpiring that you both can please each other without actually having
Touch.
intercourse.
Yep.
There's a book that everybody here should read if you ever get a chance. It's called Sex Without Intercourse. You can make love to somebody's mind. You can make love to somebody's body without entering them. When you enter them, it changes the whole little spirit realm. You now become united as one, whether you exchange juices or whatever.
Fact.
But I just shared to you today, you have to enjoy pleasing your partner. And if you don't enjoy pleasing your partner, they're going to know. You know when
That's a
somebody
fact.
enjoy what they're doing to you.
That's a fact.
Or you can get somebody who isn't really sexual either, and then y'all will be happy. I don't know. If you're not very sexual, if you're not really freaky, you probably
You're not
don't want to
open
get
to
with
the
the freak of the
whole-
week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Y'all not built for each other. That
Right.
time period. Fine.
All right. So next question: why is it so hard for a woman who is attractive to get a man to look at her as anything other than a sex symbol? Wow, a sex symbol. I know. A sex symbol.
I'm gonna say my part. I think it goes back to what he was saying earlier about, and also what you were saying about how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
And so we're in a day and age where sexuality is at an all-time high. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to, like you said, have the biggest butt and the biggest boobs and the best shape, and everything is hypersexualized. So if you don't want someone to look at you, even if you're just wearing regular clothes and you just happen to be a curvy person, if you don't want somebody looking at you, you don't like that attraction, then you have to switch up how you carry yourself and what you wear.
I'm not changing nothing.
Me neither.
Yeah. You gonna deal with it. How do you get a man to look at you as anything other than a sex? I mean, the thing is that if you put yourself together well, people are going to admire that. They're going to compliment that, but they don't know you. They don't know you, and I wouldn't worry about it.
Can I? I just gotta say this. That was written by a woman. Because men, read the question again, if you don't mind. That was written by a woman, 100%.
Why is it so hard for a woman who is attractive to get a man to look at her as anything other than a sex symbol?
Well, for one, it's two things I hear there. One might be she's overestimating how we looking at her.
Think too much of yourself.
The second, yeah. No, I'm serious. It's just like if a woman was walking through the door, we were raised in the age where we grew up with chivalry. We're going to open the door. You have women now get upset. Oh, he just want to look at my ass or blah, blah, blah. No, my mama raised me with manners. I'm not just doing this to take a look at your ass. I open the door for old people. I open the door for older men. You know what I mean? It's just a respect thing. So this just sounds like somebody who she's probably fine. She's probably fine. And she probably is tired of being catcalled. Because we do have a tendency to do that. And we are very insincere when we find you attractive. I do get that. But not every man that comes in contact with her is just looking at her like a sex object. I said that here joking one night, and my man in the back was like, hey, Rich, I don't agree with you. You know, we don't always look at a woman sexually. What I was saying is we have to be attracted to a woman to become aroused. That's why men are visual. And a woman, what they say, women are attracted by what they hear. Men are attracted by what they see. So that's why women wear makeup and men tell lies. Okay? So she said men wear makeup now too. We ain't in Atlanta.
That's a fact.
Sorry, Atlanta, if you heard that.
Not that kind of
program. I got to come to you in a few months. Love you, Atlanta. But
that's exactly what I'm about to say. Like I said earlier, men, we are visual. And it ain't that we look at your body like you're a sex object all the time. It's when we see you, we see a beautiful lady. We might be looking at your eyes. We might look at your hair. We might even look at your feet. We don't have to be like, ooh, I want to sleep with her. We just like, oh, she's beautiful. That's what we look at.
Correct.
Once we start talking and get to know you, trust me, if we don't want to deal with you, we don't want to deal with you.
We don't. But here's the other thing, too. Kenya, we had this discussion. It was a few weeks ago. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw that. I know some of y'all were here. And we're talking about how a man has to deal with a woman's moods. So when a woman's young, she's first coming in, she's having her cycle, she's cramping, she's having her PMS, she might be going through a lot. As a man, even a young man, you start to learn when those cycles come, and you learn how to adapt to it. Then when she gets pregnant, you learn how to adapt with her pregnancy mood. Then after she's done with her childbearing years, you learn how to deal with the menopause, the hot flashes, the emotional, the accusatory tones, the mustache she might grow. So the anger, you know, you learn how to deal with that. But the truth of the matter is this. Women are always, we're taught in society, we always have to cater to a woman. But a woman is never taught that she has to cater to us. Our urge is sexual. Your urge is emotional. So when I touch on you, it may not be to have sex, but that's how I show my intimacy. I like you. That's why when you cooking, we hit your ass. I ain't saying I want you to stop cooking and come have sex with me. I'm coming saying I appreciate it. And you might have the flattest booty in the world, but I'm just showing you, you know, hey girl, how you doing? So it's not always about that. And I think that it sounds like this woman has been objectified. She's probably very beautiful, and she does get tired of it. We are very insincere when we find y'all attractive. We are. Because we don't just write how you doing beautiful and all that other stuff just to everybody. But you might be overestimating why the man is talking to you. Not yourself. I think that every woman in here should feel she's the baddest mother on the planet. For real. Walk around with a high self-esteem. That way you don't get in bad relationships and deal with stuff that you don't deserve to deal with.
Can I, really quick?
Let's go.
You all keep saying that men are visual and women are whatever.
We like to see some.
I want to see it looking good too. Okay?
Come on, girl.
As I told my friend over here,
Come
ugly
on.
motherfucker can't spit game to me. Okay? He
me.
cannot. I want to see
Impressed.
something looking good too. So y'all need to tweak that a little bit. We're all visual.
Correct.
First. You know, you want to see what you want to see first. Then you want to hear it. You want to hear the intellect. You want to hear the game, the whatever it is. But please stop saying
The game.
men are visual, women are auditory.
Well, but see, you haven't heard the theme of the night. The very first question started out with, would a man take you around, like if you're big, will he keep you inside or would he show you off? It's a theme to these questions that I'm hearing. You saying one thing, but these questions are saying another.
Well, I think it's generational because I guess I'm a little bit older, maybe. But I was raised to express myself, to demand what I want. So, and I hope I passed that on to my daughter. I hope I did. And I hope that other mothers my age pass that on to their daughters. Demand what you want. If you want a good-looking man, you can get that good-looking man. It don't matter. You can get him. Any man can be got.
And that's a fact.
I like that.
She had to snap with it.
Yeah, she dropped the mic on us,
She got the
I like that.
confidence, okay? That's a fact.
Any man can be
Got.
Okay, listen. Here's my 2 cents on it. If you let me get my 2 cents on it.
All right.
My father used to tell me something a long time ago, and he'd always say, if you find a woman that's advertising herself, there's always going to be somebody that answers her ad. So to go to say that to what she just said to me, and honestly, listen, ladies, a lot of y'all know what y'all do. When y'all get home and y'all get ready to go out somewhere, whether you're going to a dinner dance, or you're going to the club, or you're going to church, you know when you look in the mirror, girl, I'm about to kill them today. You already know it already. Whether you got on one of your good bras, you got on one of your good body shapers,
That's a good bra.
you got something to make your booty enhanced. You know you about to kill the game. You know what you're doing before you even step out of the house. Come on. The mirror tell you everything you're, girl, I'm about to kill them tonight.
Certain level of confidence.
If you don't want that attention, they got something called jogging suits, stretch pants, leggings. You know what y'all, you know.
Now,
I'm just keeping it 100, y'all.
Now,
listen.
now listen.
If you
She coming outside
Listen.
looking like
you gonna still see that thing. You gonna see that thing, and that's a fact.
not
That's a
not
fact.
everybody though.
That's a
Everybody ain't built like that.
Let me tell you
And
something.
listen, even back in the day, I just shared with y'all that story earlier, and I love for people to debate with me and argue with me. Back in the day, when we all was coming up, most people that were of larger persuasion, wore bigger clothes. They didn't wear all the tight stuff they're wearing now. We live in a different society right now. We live in a different time right now. You know, if you wear 36 or 44 or double D's or double B's or whatever you know you wear that. You know what you wear. You know what you're going to put on. You know what's going to make you look good. You know what's not going to make you look good. I've seen over the years, over my illustrious career, I've seen some garments that I didn't even know they even made that make y'all look like, everybody look like Beyonce and Lola Falana.
That's right.
I believe
Say that
that.
again.
Who are
Say
these
it again.
men you are
Men wear
dating that's wearing makeup and shapewear?
Girl, I better not see no man take off no damn
These
girdle,
androgynous
no girdle.
bastards you are dating.
Listen.
Where do you find your men? This is what I want to know.
Listen.
I was going to leave that one alone. She
Who
said,
are
men wear
these
shapes.
girdle-wearing men?
Baby, you come
Are
touch
they?
my stomach. I ain't got one on. I promise. You come up here and rub my stomach. I ain't got one on.
What you got to say, Mama?
I have to say this, you know. You've been knowing me since I was 19. My ass have not changed. And no matter what I put on,
You
it's
gonna
going to
see
speak
it.
to the world.
That's right.
You understand? So I'm not just on some, you know, why they looking at me and shit, or I could put on some shit and hide it. I can't hide this
Okay.
damn thing.
That's a fact.
And I ain't looking for shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just there. God bless me like that.
That's right.
But I guess my question is, so do you feel like every man that has a conversation with you is trying to sleep with you because you
No,
got a fat
I
ass?
don't. I really don't.
Well, that's what that question sounded like, didn't
Good
it?
seeing your family.
Well, okay.
But
should
men
move
do
on.
have a problem with talking to your ass and your titties. My eyes and lips is up here.
Now, don't get me wrong.
You did?
Each situation is different. You have some men that are strictly sexual. They strictly about what they see. That's why we having problems with little kids and people being in the house with, and everybody calling somebody uncle. It's one thing I can share with y'all. I love my grandchildren. I love, and would do anything for them. but I don't like either one of my granddaughters sit on my lap. It's not that I don't trust myself. It's that I don't want to make sure it's inappropriate for them to sit on another man's lap who they know, or if you make them think it's comfortable to sit on a man's lap.
Setting the
we live
example.
we live in a day and time that you scared to be in a room with your own children.
Right.
And that's sad that we have to even look at stuff like that because people look at you cross-eyed. And it takes one person to say you touched them, you rubbed them, or you looked at them the wrong way, and your whole life, your whole career, your whole reputation is gone in the snap.
That's
Because everybody can look at you differently.
But instead of telling those little girls, hey, close your legs or don't do this, how about we start killing those men?
You know.
that
Who
do
are
that
the
type of
reason
stuff? I'm for
why
real.
this is like this?
I'm not going to put the onus on no little kid. Kid
Yeah.
can be a kid.
So
If I see you look at that baby wrong, I will break
It's a
your freaking
problem.
neck.
That's a fact.
That's it.
That's
but
a
before
fact.
we get anybody killed, all right, I just want to touch on this topic.
Okay.
Now, as far as people looking at you as a sex symbol, I used to let people shame me as to what I should wear, what they would think I was appropriate or not. But today, right now in my life, I wear whatever the hell I want to
Amen.
wear. When I get up in the
Amen.
morning, if that's what I feel like grabbing and putting on, I
That's
don't care if it's my cat suit.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is what it is.
Yes,
That's what you're
ma'am.
going to deal with that day. But I don't do it for anyone else. I do it for myself.
Yes.
And what I had to learn a long time ago is if somebody gives you a compliment, if somebody takes the time to give you a compliment, as long as it's not disrespectful, I had to learn how to accept a compliment.
Correct.
I had to learn how to accept a compliment and not be offended. It's like, okay, all right, thank you.
I
You know,
agree.
I appreciate that you took your time
To tell me that.
to say that.
I agree.
I appreciate your kindness.
Yeah.
And I don't put any attachment on it. You know, I don't think you think anything, or I don't think anything extra. It's just
A
thank you. You
compliment.
had a nice
That's a
thing
fact.
to say at that moment, and so that's just that on that.
Yes, girl. And you wearing this cat suit, girl. You wear it. Yeah. Show the
Strange.
people. Show the
Hey.
people. Yes.
Little booties
Yes.
matter.
Yes.
Walk the runway. Walk the runway.
We got the lights, girl. We got the lights.
All right. We're going to hit a couple more questions. All right. So if you know your friend's man or woman is a dog or a cheater, and you've caught them up in a situation, do you tell your friend? If so, how? Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Can I answer that on the man's behalf?
Yes.
Yes.
If a man caught his dude's woman with
Oh,
another
he
guy,
telling.
Happy birthday, Marcy.
happy birthday!
My birthday, girl. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Is it still Scorpio season,
Yeah.
right?
Safely.
Scorpio.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to all you Scorpios, but happy
Scorpio
birthday.
spicy.
Yes.
So, I lost my train of thought. What was the question?
If you get caught up,
Oh, yeah, as speaking for men, I think if they caught their dude's woman with another guy, we ain't gonna tell him. We're gonna approach her right then and there and let her know we saw them. Most of the men I know have answered this question that way. I'm gonna let you know, like, I saw you.
I saw you.
Yeah, all right.
I saw you.
I'm gonna let you sweat that out. But now you know I know.
Yeah.
So you either tell them or I'm gonna tell them. So and we'll give you a little chance, whatever. It's according to how close we are. If it's an acquaintance, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
But if you my bleed, hey,
I got to
you
tell you.
you already know what it is.
Yeah.
You already
Tell
know
them.
what it is.
Text message already sent. Hey, man,
Oh,
your
text-
girl over here at
Text message sent.
You got 48
Being
hours.
wild.
with a picture. You on FaceTime.
What you got to say, girl? What you got to say?
Me, myself, I say mind your business. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen so many friendships get broken up because of that. Don't be a single woman and go tell your girl, yeah, I seen your man at the club with such and such and such a.
She gonna look
because
at you crazy.
She's going to say, oh, you just jealous.
That's
and
a
he's
fact.
going to say, well, she was
That's
trying to
a
holler at
fact.
me. You see she's by herself.
That's
She's
a fact.
miserable. So then it's going to make it all bad. So either you got to find out on your own or keep getting cheated on, because it won't be me that's going to be the bearer of bad
Hello.
news. I don't feel like friends should bear the bad news to another friend. And like I said, I'll go to him and say, hey, how you doing? Speak to her too. That way he
You
know,
know.
and I'll let it eat his
That's
conscience.
what he said.
That's just me.
So I would have to say, that's usually my philosophy. Like, mind your business, because eventually she gonna know anyways. So That's usually my way of going about it. But I will say I have been in the situation before where I did mind my own business, and the man knew that I knew everybody involved. Ooh. And I'm not saying anything because the people involved are all a new circle I have just walked into. Ooh. So now I'm not even really sure of the personalities and the trustworthiness of the circle in general. So now, me being me, I'm a very strategic person. I'm going to sit back and watch. Listen. But you know, I know. And you know what he did? He pillow talked her right out of our friendship.
And I couldn't even say nothing.
I hadn't said a word.
Oh.
I didn't say, that's a fact. And he's manipulating the whole thing. So I said, you know what? I let her go on ahead about her business. And a couple years went by. And it went full circle with their relationship. And I said, okay, sis, how you doing? You okay?
Ooh. Did you ever mention it?
I reached back out to her and I said, I love you. And now that that's over, I can be your friend again.
Okay.
Oh, no, I wasn't, baby. I wasn't. No,
if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it depends on the friend.
Yeah.
Because I got homegirls that's down for me like 4 flats on the caddy.
Yeah.
Listen.
And if I see her man in the streets doing blase, and I tell her, she gonna believe me.
She gonna know. Mm-hmm.
But if it's just a whatever friend, y'all handle that. But if you my girl or my actual sister, and I tell you I seen your man in the streets doing whatever,
you gotta take
she
my
gonna
word.
believe me.
That's
and we gonna roll up on those
That's
dudes.
a fact.
We kicking your ass.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Now tell her what you said you was doing.
You just causing trouble. Just leave that alone.
Troublemaker. Causing all kind of problems.
Go sit down.
Hey, listen, though, let me flip that script a little bit. I like what you just said, but let's go here.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times when we up here on the panel, we talk about our own personal situations, stuff that happened to us personally. Yeah. So I can share this with y'all. I was out, I wouldn't even say on a date. I was out with somebody that was just a friend. I knew her husband. We were just out at Frederick's having something to eat, watching the band, and she was my real estate agent. I bought a house from her. But because I know 1 or 2 people, the phones was ringing. They said, Rob up here, Frederick, with some chick, they all booed up in the corner, X, Y, and Z. But sometimes you have to investigate the situation before you just jump to conclusions. Because we live in such a society now, it's just sad that a man and woman cannot go out together as friends. You my friend. I want to take you out to dinner. Come on, meet me at Sylk's. We'll have dinner. I'm going to treat you to dinner. As soon as they see me and you together, automatically, it ain't even no hesitation.
Listen.
You ain't even no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We sleeping together. I seen him, girl. He was out with some girl. Some blonde-haired girl was up at Sylk's. He was weird. They was all booed up at table 10 and X, Y, and Z. And don't even
Kenya, was that you? Kenya, was that you?
You
That
want
was
trouble.
Hey, listen.
Table
You
10.
want
Table
smoke.
10. Oh, table
The
10.
blind, yes.
Table 10.
Table
The
10.
blind.
And this is the sad part
It
about
could
it.
have been either one.
This is the sad part about it. And this is the truth, because some of y'all not gonna believe this, but listen. If I was at the same place with a woman that was considered not attractive, or some people would say ugly, oh, they just friends.
Nobody would say anything.
But if I'm sitting next, if I'm sitting next to her and we at Frederick's, it's a whole different ball game. They booed up.
But if that's the case, if it was just you was taking your real estate agent out and you getting phone calls or whatever, why your woman ain't know you was
She
taking
should
your
already
real-
know.
No,
real
let me
estate
say.
agent
Well,
out?
let me go back. She knew.
She knew.
But then it shouldn't have been no drama.
No, but I'm saying though, social media, corporate America, people already gonna be messy. People won't know what the situation is unless you in the situation. But I'm just saying though, listen, hey, I bought my house, I'm happy. I got my keys to my property. Let's celebrate. I'm taking you out to Wasabi.
Facts.
We go to Wasabi. We had dinner. Before I got to my car good, I had 4 phone calls that said, yeah, I heard you was at Wasabi. You was some chick. No, listen. My own personal situation, we went during lunch hour. You at work.
It was a quick move.
You at work. No, listen.
Rob,
I said,
you in a
listen,
lot of questionable situations.
I agree with you there. But
He got some
I call you at
experience.
work and say, listen,
He got some experience.
I'm going to have lunch with my real estate agent X, Y, and Z.
We just closed on the house.
We just closed on the house. We're going to
Fact.
have that X, Y, and Z. So if somebody call you,
Just know this is what it is.
and the phone calls happen.
That's why
what
you
I'm
can't be this is my girlfriend on Facebook because everybody gonna be like, ooh, hit her up.
Hey, listen, I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of so listen, little history. I used to be a hairstylist. Now I'm a mechanic. I do other jobs, and a lot of my clients are female. Yeah. I got a lot of friends that I hang out with. I'm not gonna do a lunch date with my real estate agent. but I'm gonna say this. That's the experience. I'm fucking with you, but real talk. Again, it goes back to the beginning of communication. You got to talk to your mate. Just let them know what's going on. As long as it ain't no secret, everything is good.
Right.
You know, and I actually lost a friend. So when you say 48 hours, I'm on that 48 hours now. I lost a male friend by telling him that I caught this chick cheating. Ooh. Now, when I told him, he was all, oh, swear to God, no, you lying. And we fell out. Later on, it came out that she was messing around because she ended up having a baby by this other guy. Excuse me. You know, so he called me. We talked about it. Man, I should have listened. But this 10, 15 years ago now, and we still not friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was my dude. We barbecuing at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Man. That was my dog. But now we not friends because I told him what was going on. I mind my business. Because guess what? At the end of the day, just like she said, oh, that's my girl, and we gonna ride together. Well, what happens when that woman forgives that man and they stay together?
And now you look crazy.
You look crazy. You done put all that tension between, because you can't come over to my house no more. You create problems.
Oh, because you did some dirty stuff. Now she can't come over?
Hey, she create problems.
Wow.
No, you created problems.
But guess what?
She caused
me and my lady was able to get through this. We worked this out.
So you was able to keep her.
Right.
So, but she the one like, girl, pay attention.
Like,
okay.
He like, that was just my real estate agent.
Yeah, that was just my real estate agent, girl. Right. We was at lunch.
Listen, I don't know.
At Wasabi.
Maybe I'm a selfish friend. Maybe I'm a mean friend. I don't know. But if you know something about my man and you are my good friend, it's not too many people that I call my friend.
Facts.
So if I call you my friend and you know my man is clowning me out here in the streets and you don't tell me, I'm getting rid of him and you.
Okay.
So, period. You better tell me, because if I find out that you knew and I'm done.
The reason why you gotta mind your business, and I definitely, because if it was my best friend.
Listen.
Oh no, and you knew.
Wouldn't that be crushing?
We got a problem.
Yeah.
But you do gotta mind your business because you know your friend or your associate, but you don't know them on the other side. So like what he's saying, like that's my woman and I was able to work through it with her. You don't know those conversations that they had or the experiences they had leading up to this. And you're not on that other side. You got to know both sides.
Right.
So, I mean, I get that because at the end of the day, your friend might flip on you because you don't know that other side of your friend.
Hey, last thing. So I was in a situation where the lady I was dealing with was okay with me having another friend. She just didn't want it to be thrown up in her face.
Okay.
She didn't want to know nothing about it. So that would have created problems had her friend came back like, hey, I seen your dude out with such and such. Now we would have had a problem where we never had problems, you know?
And you have an agreement. I understand that. And a lot of people have agreements that they're not willing to tell their friend, like, oh yeah, I'm cool with my dude having another chick. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna say that. You just don't know that. That's a fact.
Well, you know who's gonna have to do that?
But even if I have an agreement, you better tell me what's happening, because I'll just be like, listen, okay, we worked it out. And nah.
Okay, come on, girl.
Okay.
You cute.
Well, I just want to say, because that's my girl, and I get exactly what she's saying in all of us. Like, I would want to know, honestly. But the thing is, people have those soul ties to where, yeah, we best friends and all of that stuff, but I'm tied to this man to where I always be like,
how do you forgive your man over and over and over again, but you can't forgive your friend or your cousin or your sister, and you quick to let them go real fast? That soul tie is something
It's strong.
totally different. So I understand what he's saying. Like, I lost that friend over that, but like you said, you my sister.
homie.
You got to do something with
That's a
yourself.
fact.
It's got to be a spiritual thing.
There you
then.
go.
And I got to say one other thing. My husband had a friend that he was a serial cheater, yes. And I used to always be like, why you don't hang out with this person no more? Like, and he was like, listen, I ain't trying to break no man code, but he do things that I don't do, and I don't want to be affiliated with it when it comes to it. So, you know, and I kept saying, why? And then to hear that, you know, it just make you more secure with who you with.
That's a fact.
And it's just crazy with the soul tie thing.
Yeah.
That's all.
Give it up to her husband.
Yes.
He's a good brother.
Hey.
He is a good brother.
Yes, yes.
Good brother.
Well, I will say this though.
Yes.
Sometimes you have those relationships that's so good in women. If you have a relationship with a woman and her man, it's some women that's gonna swing on that dude herself.
Oh, that's a
She'd
fact.
never even know it happened. She like, I'm gonna take
Yes,
care of it right
Solange.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
you ain't have to call your sister. He knew. Now he walking around looking dumb, but you put him in check.
Right.
Oh, listen, let me see somebody that my sister, I already know your situation. Oh, I'm not just making a phone call. I'm walking
It's on
up.
site. Yeah.
You Solange.
It's on site. It's Solange.
Hey,
Solange.
hey, Richard.
Yes.
How you doing? How
Can
you
I
doing?
talk to you in this elevator over here for a
My
minute?
name is.
That's my
Kenya
coworker.
Brown.
That's a fact.
That's my sister's
One of my
husband. How you
coworkers.
doing?
She
How
is
you
cousin.
doing?
That's my
She love
cousin.
playing practical jokes. That's just
That's
crazy.
my
Them jokes.
cousin.
Shoot. She better say that. She better say the same
Hey, y'all, let me
thing.
go here with this. While
That's your
I'm gonna try to wrap this question up real quickly.
Yeah.
And this is a very deep conversation I'm getting ready to share with y'all in the building. But you'd be surprised when you have a man that is very good sexually. A lot of women will forgive a lot of shortcomings. If he don't
You
work,
better.
if he watch Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful, Guiding Light, if he cheating, if he go to his baby mama house during the daytime and you at work and then he come home and meet you there. On the reverse side, it's a lot of women that have coochie control. They can control their man by their coochie. Whenever they issue it out to him, he go buck wild, boo-boo the fool crazy. It's both sides to both fences, but I'm sharing that to you. Sometimes we're in a relationship with somebody. If you really love that person, you'll forgive them. And then you say, okay, I forgave you one time. Because we had a question earlier, how many times you supposed to forgive somebody? But when you love somebody through their faults, through their weaknesses, through their shortcomings, and you hope one day they change, and they might never change, and you end up wasting years and years and years of your life. But I'll just say, this is the truth. When you really, really love somebody, there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. When you in love with somebody, you will forgive a multitude of their faults. It don't make it right. It don't make it right. You call it stupid, whatever you want to. But when you in love, you led by your heart and not your emotions. If I really love you, and I know you XYZ, if I can forgive you or pray you through your, Lord, please get them together. Please get them right. And you forget that person over and over and over until you said you had enough. It's not going to matter who tell you what. You can see me French kissing an old girl in the club. You can take a picture. You can get it on video. You can put it on Instagram, Twitter. If I love you and I'm in love with you,
The evidence.
I will forgive a multitude of faults.
That sex better be so good.
Are you
I better
forgiving?
be doing flips up out the
You forgiving
bedroom. Don't try this, y'all.
Are
if
you
you
forgiving
if you withholding sex from your partner, or if the sex is trash and you're not sure if you on the trash end of the spectrum, don't try them type of tricks.
Don't
now.
do it.
Don't.
This
do
ain't
it.
the time.
Don't
This
do
ain't the
it.
time.
This ain't the time.
I'm
Don't do
Sunshine
it.
from,
I don't
Listen.
care.
I'm Sunshine.
I don't care how much I love you. You only gonna get forgiveness for certain things. It depends on what we got invested. That's gonna keep me there a little longer.
Okay.
But I'm gonna still be working on my way up out of here.
Okay.
I don't care.
Until
For me,
sunshine
love
bring out that
don't
sunshine.
do that for me.
Okay.
Where them Scorpios at?
They left the building. Oh, we got one. We got one.
Okay, all right.
All right,
All
what's the
right.
next question?
All right, last question, y'all. Then we're gonna get
This
on
look
up
like
outta
it's a
here.
good one.
All right, if I could see it.
I know.
What do you do when you have been married for a long time and you feel the relationship is not good, but the husband doesn't want to go to a marriage counselor, but you feel you don't want to continue down this path.
Yeah, that sounds like marriage. I think that's every marriage. Nothing to see here, folks. That's every marriage.
Well, I mean, I've been in a situation like that before, and what I learned was the therapy was the best thing to do, because halfway through the first session, the therapist pulled me out, and no, this was not with my husband. The therapist pulled me out of the room and he said, honey, there is nothing we can do here until he go and have a session and figure out his own self. He's got a lot of things he's got to unpack his own before we can even start over here. And that told me, okay, bitch, it's not you.
Yes.
And that also gave me the ammunition I needed to walk away with a clear conscience from an unbiased party that had heard both our sides. So I feel like you need to go to that therapist session because you need that unbiased person to speak on behalf of what the situation is from both sides so that you can get a clear vision of what's happening on both ends. So you go, and then you can leave. But at least you can say, I tried, I did that, I understood it, and now it's over.
If you're dealing with a partner that doesn't want to go to counseling with you, go yourself, because you got to work out your issue. And while you trying to stick it out, one person can't save a relationship. Trust me, I know that.
That's a fact.
And what you said, they'll take you out in the hall and be like, girl, if you don't get your stuff, yes, if you got a partner that don't want to go to counseling, go yourself. Work on you. Get you ready for whatever's your next.
Yes. I love that.
That's the one I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey.
Some men feel it's a sign of weakness to go to counseling. I don't know why, but some men do feel like that. But I agree with the young lady there. I think you, as long as you're able to work on yourself and you know who you are, and you can walk your head up high with confidence and know you gave it an opportunity, you gave it a shot, I think you should be able to do that. And that's just keeping it 100. You ought to be able to do that yourself, because at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, it's one of my favorite sayings, and a lot of people take it the wrong way when I say it, but I came in this world by myself, and I'm leaving by myself. It's just,
I'm taking a few people with me.
I had a therapist.
You coming with me. You coming with me.
I want to hear this.
This forever.
Harpo!
I had a therapist tell me and my ex, we were both willing to go to counseling. And like she said, they pull you out. She said in our face, she said, I don't even know why you two drove here together. She said, not only are you two not meant to be together, why did you drive in the same car? Ooh. God honest truth. He said, well, she's just hating because, well, she was kind of, comparing, because she said, oh, I got one of you at home. She said, so I seen right through you when you came through the door. So as we were sitting there talking, he was saying, and he had me convinced that she was just probably hating on the relationship and saying that because she had one at home. Not only was that woman right, it didn't last a year. The marriage didn't last a year. So sometimes you have to get that biased
third
person.
party. Dang. All
She
right.
said, God, send me a sign. She sent you that therapist. You said, God, I don't believe this one. I need something more concrete than a professional that went to school to learn this type of shit. She just hating. I'm going to give you your $250. Get the hell out of her face.
Listen, right.
Please.
Keep your...
As a child, I was a troubled child. I was bad as hell. So I went to therapy then. And I believed in therapy for a long time, until I became an adult and realized that my sister and her husband are both psychiatrists. And they fucked up. They need anybody in here can counsel them. So they feel like they've been together for 35 years, something crazy, right? But they feel like because they've been together so long that they made their dysfunction functional for them, right? So now that's okay. What I hate to hear is when a psychiatrist come out and give you their opinion on something. Like, I think a psychiatrist or a therapist is supposed to let you bring your own thoughts. Like, that's where the skill comes in. It's for you to bring your own thoughts out and for you to see things yourself. So when they start putting their opinions out, and I'm looking at this from my sister and my brother-in-law point of view, they fucked up. I don't, like, they can't tell me to watch myself crossing the street. I don't want to hear nothing from them. And I'm saying that. But as far as the question go, I think with complacency, like again, like I was saying earlier, like when you with somebody for so long, you can become complacent. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, you get comfortable. So I think that bottom line is going to be some communication. That's the word of the night, communication between these two. And they're going to have to figure it out. And like you said, it's going to take both parties because one person can't do it by themselves. Right. Now, if he's not willing to go to counseling, in my opinion, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But he has to be willing to work with you to make it better. He got to do his part to make it better. Simple as that.
All right. You gotta. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for this input. I think these conversations are so important. You know, we don't talk enough. You know, we don't have that communication, and a lot of times we're not willing to listen to someone else's point of view, and we judge it as wrong or right. But we actually need to have these conversations. So I love that we get a chance to do that here every Tuesday. We start around 7 o'clock. Come 21300 Libby Road. We are at Sylk's. And thank you so much to all of you who commented and come every week. And we always have such a great time. And we got the realest folks here in Cleveland, so I love it.
Realest.
And thank you so much to my sister. This girl, she is so beautiful in every way. Y'all just don't even know.
Kenya. You're beautiful as well.
Celebrity makeup artist, and she does them lashes, honey. You see, y'all can't even tell how these lashes is popping right now. And she does so much more. But tell them how to find you, Miss Alishia.
You guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. My name is Alishia_Sparks_Gullatt.
Now you know you better spell that because there's all type of tricks up in there.
It's ALISHIA_Sparks SPARKS_Gullatt GULLATT.
And the Kang over here, the Kang came in here. He ain't even doing no line dancing or nothing.
Not
he just
yet,
came
not
to
yet.
talk to us and drop some knowledge. Robert Johnson Jr., line dance
Thank you,
king.
Queen. Appreciate being in the building today. It was a wide opening experience. We had some great conversations in the building. Just remember, y'all, 75% of relationships end in failure only because of lack of communication. It's very important to be able to talk to your partner. If I can jump up and down on you, I got to be able to talk to you afterwards. We can make love all night, but we got to wash up in the light. But every Monday and Wednesday, you can join on the line dance train. Right here in Sylk's, we have line dance class start at 7 p.m. Come lose some weight, come exercise, come have fun, give me some new people, and meet your new ex-husband on Wednesday nights and Mondays right here.
The new ex-husband, new ex-husband.
Look, your new ex-husband.
Listen. And this comedian extraordinaire, I'm just expecting him to be on some Dave Chappelle status or something. You know, it's coming. Rising star in the comedy world, Big Rich Green.
Well, I know I ain't gonna piss off the people Dave Chappelle pissed off this weekend.
No, that was brilliant.
Hi, my friends.
I'm sorry, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
I'm joking. Calm the
They about to
down.
get
Come on.
you. Don't mess
Come
with Dave
on.
Chappelle now.
Look, let me just say this.
He was good.
You can find me at Big Rich Comedy on all platforms, but I need you to follow me on IG and then YouTube. Help me get my YouTube followers up, please, so I can release my special. I'll be at the Mediterranean on Friday with the brothers of Gamma Alpha Sigma. Gamma Alpha Sigma. That's Sam's people right there. So, hey, it's sold out, though. So if you didn't get your tickets, I'm sorry. It's sold out, but we're going to be there. We're going to drop it. And then Saturday, you can find me. I'll be in Marietta, Ohio at the Lafayette Hotel doing my thing with the real John King. And then Sunday, I'll be right here at Sylk's. We're going to have Funny Sunday here at Sylk's. It started at 7 o'clock, y'all. We start seating at 6. I got tickets. If you want that, tickets are $10 a person. $5 Long Islands. 2 drink minimum. We're going to party all night long in a 50-50 raffle, y'all. Thank y'all for having me this evening.
That sounds good. All right.
Hey, can I do this real quick?
Yeah.
Can
go
I give
ahead.
a shout out to my man Freddie for doing the soundboard
What's
like
up,
he
Freddie?
do and getting the lighting together. Shout out to Freddie Bryant, the best photographer in the land,
You
y'all.
might as well go on and shout out our beautiful bartenders that also make sure that
Yes.
everything is
Kara
going
and the
smooth.
staff.
They back there
Yes.
mixing up some amazingness.
Michelle in the
Amazing.
kitchen.
Listen, y'all, I'm
I was
Kenya Brown.
impressed.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You can catch me weekdays, 10 to 3 a.m., 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the Sam Sylk Show.
Yes.
Saturdays 2 to 5, and also at midnight.
Some
But
amazingness.
they ain't put there's some amazing good stuff in my
Yeah.
drink. All
Amazing.
right. But listen, y'all, catch me. I'm Kenya Brown live on social media. If you're on Facebook, I'm Kenya Brown, the one with that cash championship on. Hey, listen, catch you next week, y'all.
Hey, before y'all go.